Good morning, everyone. Happy Groundhog Day. We have 6 more weeks of winter. So I'm off to school right now, and when I get there, I'm going to show you guys what I have planned for Groundhog Day for my 3rd graders. See you there. All right, guys, so I just got to school. I have unloaded my bags, and I just sat down, but I actually need to go ahead and get back up and turn on my lights and then run and make some copies. So really quickly, I'm going to turn on the lights, and then I'll show you what I have to make copies of for Groundhog Day today. Much better. I love a warm, cozy classroom. Okay, so yesterday my students voted on whether or not they predicted that the groundhog will or will not see his shadow this morning. So here are all of their ballots. We counted the votes, and only 3 of my students predicted that he will see his shadow, and 21 students predicted that he will not see his shadow. I did have a few students absent yesterday, so they did not get a vote, but it was very clear that most of my students predicted that the groundhog will not see his shadow today. Now, if you look over here, I used these from Teachers Pay Teachers. I will link it down in the description below. I used these to kind of explain what that means if the groundhog does see his shadow or if he doesn't see it. So if it's a cloudy day, the groundhog will not see his shadow and spring will come early. If it's a sunny day, the groundhog will see his shadow and there will be 6 more weeks of winter. So based on this class discussion, the students were able to make their vote. Now this morning, the groundhog did see his shadow, which means that there will be 6 more weeks of winter. More skiing and snowboarding for me. So here are some of the copies that I have to make this morning for Groundhog Day. I have this facts and opinions page about groundhogs. The students are actually going to be using the strategy Stop and Jot, which is a strategy that we've been working on in reading. We've also been doing opinion writing, so this is going to be perfect for both reading and writing and the standards that we've been working on. So as we watch the groundhog video this morning, and I will link that in the description below as well, they are going to write the facts that they have learned about groundhogs, and then they are going to write their own opinions about groundhogs. Once they have that, they're going to come over to this rating page and write about what they know or what they believe based on the facts and opinions that they wrote over here. Now the web in the middle is going to be used as a modification of the facts and opinions page. I always like to have some sort of modification or differentiation in my lessons, so that is what the web will be used for today. And yesterday my students were asking me for some coloring pages that they could just do kind of if they have some extra time. I always like to make it somewhat educational when they have a coloring page or something for free time, so I thought Groundhog Day would be the perfect day to throw in some coloring pages. So I have this page here. And then I found these 2 color by number pages off of, I believe, Teachers Pay Teachers. I will find the link and put that down below. This one already has a key. This page shows that it will be 6 more weeks of winter, and then up here are the instructions. This is a roll, count, and then color page. So the students will roll 2 dice, count how many dots, color 1 item with that many dots, and then repeat. So I'm gonna go make some copies, and I will see you guys soon. So the kids are at lunch right now, and we didn't really get to finish completely with our groundhog writing, but we did get started. Today we actually had a shorter writing block because they had specials this morning. They had music and PE, so we didn't really get a chance to finish, but this is just an example of what they are turning out like. They're turning out really, really nice. The kids have a lot of good ideas. So they watched a video to get some facts about groundhogs, and I will put the link to that video down in the description box below. These are the 2 books that we're reading today. We have Grumpy Groundhog and Substitute Groundhog. We've already read Grumpy Groundhog. We read that first thing this morning. That's a really cute book. And then Substitute Groundhog we will read during our read aloud this afternoon. I think the kids will really enjoy it. Okay, so my kids are at lunch right now, and I need to go ahead and get myself some lotion before they get back because my hands are so dry, seriously so dry. Let me show you what I keep in the classroom for times like this, as well as for when the students either have like a little boo-boo or ouchie, they can just come over and use the lotion in the classroom. This is great for a lot of things. It is especially nice for those students who love to ask to go to the nurse for little boo-boos and really things that they don't really need to go to the nurse for. So let me show you what I have over here. So back here by the sink, I have ouchie lotion, and I just stuck a Band-Aid on it. The words I actually made with my Silhouette Cameo and just slapped it on the front of a lotion bottle that I bought from Walmart. I think this is just an Equate brand, just the Walmart brand, and I just peeled the front label off and did my vinyl on the front. So this has actually lasted for a couple of months already, but the kids, you know, when they have dry skin, or sometimes they think they have a boo-boo, but they really don't. So I just tell them to come over and get a squirt of the ouchie lotion. I need to go ahead and get some for me right now. Perfect. Hey guys, so overall our day was really good. All of the kids did a really nice job of listening and following directions. They really enjoyed the Groundhog Day activities that we had, even though they were very simple. It was something different and new than what we typically do. It was out of our routine, so they really enjoyed that. And one of the students even made me one of the little pictures. Happy Groundhog Day. They really just love to be able to color and have a little bit of free time every once in a while, just to kind of relax and rejuvenate and refocus their mind so that they can go ahead and focus and learn afterwards. I did have to keep a couple of kids after school today because they were kind of messing around at recess, and I did have to take away recess for them tomorrow because one of the recess teachers actually had to come to me today and say, hey, they weren't listening, they didn't do what they needed to do, so I did have to have them stay after school for about 5 minutes and chat with them just to kind of remind them what is expected of them and to figure out a way that we can kind of work out those kinks during recess time, that unstructured time, which is when a lot of the misbehaviors tend to happen because they're not in the classroom. It's really hard for me as a classroom teacher to kind of hone in on those misbehaviors when I'm not with those students during that time. So if you guys have any suggestions as to how I can motivate my students during recess when I'm not with them, when the aides are out there, then please drop a comment down below and let me know if you know anything that could possibly help. I would really appreciate it. Because again, these kids are wonderful in the classroom, and then when they go out to recess and it's just that kind of fun playtime, they get kind of just a little too crazy and silly, and they do things that they shouldn't be doing, or they're not listening when it's time to line up. But overall, we had a fabulous day, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video about Groundhog Day. I hope you guys had a wonderful Groundhog Day in your classrooms as well, and I will see you guys next time. Please click that subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos. Bye!